Hi Pretty Simmers, it's Pretty Plum Bobs here, back for something totally different today. I'm really excited to share this with you guys. So this came from a challenge from the Berry Discord. I know I've mentioned the Berry Discord here a couple times on my channel if you do follow me. But if you don't, what it is it's a really awesome community of Berry Simmers, so people who like to make like the colorful Sims like you might see on my channel. And a lot of them are based on Tumblr, so even though there isn't a huge berry community on YouTube, there definitely is one on Tumblr, and they use the Discord to kind of just like share all their cute aesthetic berry creations, and there's some very talented creators on there, and I just like absolutely love seeing everybody's little berry worlds and their take on things. So unfortunately, I don't have any admin powers to add you to that group, but I will link the post about it down below, so that you can, explore it and maybe join the group if you'd like to do a little bit more berry simming. Anyways, they run a monthly challenge on the group. So my Whiskey Romeo videos, if you watch the channel, I made a cowboy Whiskey Romeo, and he was inspired by last month's challenge, which was that we were given a random song that we had to make a berry sim inspired by. And this month's challenge was that we had to do a historically inspired berry sim. So rather than make a new berry sim for this, I was feeling super inspired to just take my berry family from my 100 baby challenge, who I think you guys know, it's like one of my favorite save files in The Sims 4 of all time. Like, I'm so in love with this family. I love every single character, and I'm always excited to like use them a bit more, so I decided to pluck them out of their world and put them into this historical world, and give them like a Marie Antoinette style Rococo makeover. So this is what that's all about. So for this sort of challenge and project, I used my berry family as they are where I am in my life, in my real world, which is a little bit ahead of where you guys are with the 100 baby episode. So you might notice that Eclair is actually aged up. She was a child still in the last 100 berry episode I posted, but she's a teenager for me in real time, so I made her a teenager in this. And then I also didn't include the twins, Biscotti and Bonbon, who for me are toddlers, but I didn't see a lot of like Rococo toddler stuff and messing with toddler poses and stuff. I decided it would be best just to have sort of like the older children for this one, and I don't know, maybe we'll do another historical thing in the future. I would love to maybe do like a 1920s one or something with the family later on. So maybe like as the family evolves, or like once a generation or something like that, we can do one of these like fun, I don't know, sort of like AU alternate reality universes where I can dress them up. Because I don't know, this is my favorite part of the game. Like, I feel like this challenge just really reminded me why I love The Sims so much. I had so much fun. I feel like it's not the create a sim, it's not the like build or architect stuff necessarily. It's like the whole thing of world building all together, and of course like character building as well. So you'll see in the screenshots, like I tried to really think about like each of these characters, like what would they be doing in this time period. I have like Lollipop and Sunday kind of gossiping together, being a bit of mean girls like they are, and then I have like Taffy, of course, doting on Cream Cheese, her perfect little kitty, and then I have Macaron and Eclair kind of like off to the side, being like the too cool for school teenagers doing their own thing. So I don't know, I just like loved seeing what these characters would act like in this setting, and of course making them aesthetically live in such a beautiful little made-up world. So of course none of this would be possible if it weren't for the amazing custom content creators making this kind of content and making these kind of worlds possible in your Sims games. So almost all of my custom content came from one creator in particular. I wanted to call her out. It's Historical Sims Life, and it's a blog that has not just all this like Rococo Marie Antoinette stuff, but she's got like ancient Greek and Roman stuff, and she's got Regency era and Victorian era and Edwardian. So she's like done a ton of different like time periods, and really developed them so that you can give that depth to your game and actually make it feel like that time period. So she doesn't only have Create a Sim stuff, she also has like buy and build assets and those sorts of things, and I definitely recommend checking out that blog if you like this. I'm going to link it in the description below. There are some other content creators I use, obviously like a lot of pose makers, as well as makeup and stuff like that. I don't think all of that came from her, but I did get a ton of stuff from her blog, so yes, please go check it out if you liked watching this. So I also wanted to mention that the hardest part of this whole thing was the poses. This is kind of like pieced together poses, so I didn't use like a singular pose set or a singular pose pack. I kind of used a bunch of different things. One of them was like a Marie Antoinette inspired, specifically like Rococo pose pack, and then the rest were just kind of random group poses that I thought like would maybe look nice. But it was so hard to get them all set up correctly. Like if you take screenshots and stuff using the pose players, you probably know you have to use like the little knight statues to get everybody in the right place. And I was working on that for literally so long because if I messed one person up, I had to start everything over. So it was a matter of figuring out the exact placement where all these like sort of pieced together poses looked good together. And then anytime there was an error, like starting over from scratch and replacing all of those pose players and stuff. So it took me like, I don't know, definitely over an hour to like get everybody into the poses that I wanted them for the photos. And then also I wanted to say that even like after I took them all out of the poses and stuff, I thought it would be like kind of weird to play historical gameplay because Sims are like always pulling out their cell phones and stuff. But actually, no, it was so amazing. I had them all wandering around this like Rococo house I had gotten on the gallery, and they were just like playing the piano and like dancing and like reading and like doing all of these like, I don't know, historically appropriate activities, and they all looked so fabulous doing it. And with that, we are already on to the screenshot. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this as much as I enjoyed making it. If you do want to see more of the pictures, they'll be on my Instagram, which is linked in the description below, so be sure and follow me there. Other than that, please like and subscribe if you haven't already. Leave a comment so that I know you were here, and I will see you in the next one. Sul y'all.